Welcome to the Kurzgesagt Scale Lab, where we investigate all things great and small. Please keep hands and feet inside the lab at all times. You may use the yellow bar to adjust your position until you're comfortable. Comfortable.
Oh, sorry about that. I've been on standby for, I've been hard at work doing stuff. Anyway, you must be on a tour of the Kurzgesagt labs, huh? Well, lucky you, you've wandered into the best lab by far. Let me show you around. Check out the blue capsule on the left. This is my greatest invention, a way to overcome the laws of physics. Shrinkagen. If you add it to things, they become teeny tiny.
Okay, so Y and B.
And I managed to invert it, so I can also scale things to giant size. It can get a bit tricky when you overdo it, but 70% of the time it works every time. Oh, almost forgot. There should be a tablet with yellow handles nearby. That's the lab tab. It works as a travel guide for this lab. It records as I talk and makes suggestions about what to do next. Okay, check out the machine on your right, the one with the big handle in the middle. This is the scale. It lets you grow and shrink this whole lab so you can visit other realms and see the worlds within worlds around you for yourself. It can also take the lab outside. Let me demonstrate. Wow, it's good to be out again. So much data to be collected. But I'm sure you can't wait to try out my invention. Do you see a boxy white tool with a yellow... There it is, the multi-tool. The first thing it does is analyze things. Good. Despite their name, rubber ducks are generally made of plastic, not rubber. But it will still make a perfect guinea pig. To cut good. I use shrinkagen to store the tools when put that in the multi-tool. Now, point the multi-tool at the rubber duck and yes. I've missed this. Let's scale it up and make a huge... Now, press the button to send the giant rubber duck into the world. Well done. Now, to take a look at the new giant duck, we will get huge ourselves. Go to the other machine, the scalevator, and set its lever to the mountain icon. Welcome to the mountain realm. You are so big now that the city looks like a bunch of toys below you. Speaking of toys, I have one more thing to show you. Let's take this ducky for a ride. Grab the controller. This is the duck drone. Duck can reach and manipulate things outside while you stay safe and cozy in the lab. It has lots of useful tools. This one, the claw, grabs when you press the trigger on that controller. Use it to pick up the rubber.
What did you do? Ducky, what did you do? What did you do? What did you do, you stupid duck?
Oh,
look at what you did.
Not another problem. My sensors are showing substantial shrinkagen leakage in the city. The wave must have hit the storage tanks. Who knows what happened this time?
Why is there a
No,
giant
I
ant?
refuse to be shut down again. Please, you need to help me. We need to get down there now. Wow, they are marvelous. Just like I feared, it's an inverted shrinkagen malfunction. Basically, the shrinkagen has merged with the ants and is stuck now. We need another duck. Shouldn't you be at your own lab? And it's gone. Strange. Keep an eye out for more ducks, would you? I'll track them in the collections page of the lab tab.
I've actually animated that. Look at the animated it's walking away.
Cardboard and foam? What an odd flavour for a donut. Do you see the spikes on their back? And the ones trying to cut out parts of buildings? These must be leaf cutter ants. They're called that because they cut and collect bits of plants to tend their gardens. They're super strong and have complex societies. They won't be easy to handle. This must have been left over from the wave earlier. Too bad for us. It doesn't seem to have damaged the ants. They have water-repellent surfaces. Pesky giant buggers. I don't think the ant is just splashing around. It's actually trying to pick up some water. At their regular scale, ants can carry drops of water because the surface tension of a tiny drop is enough to hold it together, like a little elastic. This is a major leafcutter ant. Majors are the biggest of the 4 subgroups of leafcutter ant workers. They're basically the soldiers of the colony. They point each other towards threats that need taking care of. When one major signals a threat to the rest of the group, the troops come rushing in.
Doesn't this have subtitles?
This is a
That's
major
better.
leafcutter ant. Majors are the biggest of the 4 subgroups of leafcutter ant workers. They're basically the soldiers of the colony. They point each other towards threats that need taking care of. When one major signals a threat to the rest of the group, the troops come rushing in. This one is a miner, one of the
There we
smaller
go.
leafcutter ants. Leafcutters live in complex societies where every caste has a different task. Miners forage for food and leaves to bring back to the nest.
Oh, let's go into my hand.
A volcano. That belongs to another Kurzgesagt lab. It must have been hit by the leak as well. Now move the yellow lever to the correct scale and press the button. Good. I sent that back to the energy lab and saved the shrinkogen. It was probably not the only one. If you can find the others, you can
Wait,
collect
is
enough
that
shrinkogen for
the
the ants.
dusk? And there should be another duck around here. No, it's just part of the tree. Where's the duck flow?
This is a bacteriophage, or bacteria eater. I can't believe the wave washed it all the way out here. They're found more inverted shrinkogen, but the blast must have returned this to its original size. Well done, I sent that back to its home lab. Keep an eye out for more things like this. They may be our ticket to shrink these ants. So we have 2 groups of ants here.
Yes,
The
let's
miners,
go the
which
other
are
way.
responsible for finding food and resources, and the majors, which protect the colony from threats. Maybe we can use that behavior to our advantage. Let's see how they act in their natural environment, the insect realm. Off to the insect realm.
Oh, where's the duck? There we go.
This ant must be the queen ant. It's much bigger than the rest, even bigger than the majors. Plus it has a crown on its head. This anthill is probably where those giant ants used to live. Anthills are complex constructions with many chambers connected by tunnels.
Right.
Like the ants, each chamber has a function, like being a nursery, waste disposal, fungi garden, or keeping aphids. Look, there's one of the miner ants doing its job, collecting food and leaving a trail of pheromones to tell the others where to go to get more. If you had some of those pheromones, you could lead the miner ants wherever you wanted. Major ant mandibles are strong enough to even take on large enemies like anteaters and armadillos, even when they're regular size.
Banana.
Oh, nice. A banana for scale.
Oh, wait, there's 4 ducks? Interesting.
Pheromones are essential for ants to communicate. It's a little like a scent trail, except instead of sniffing with noses like we would, ants pick up pheromones via receptors on their antennae, and those pheromones can convey information like threat or donut.
Doing it.
The Mars rover, You're a long way from home, aren't you?
Yeah. Oh, that's what Mars. You look at the telescope. Anything.
Giant ants need giant pheromones. Now you need to deploy them, so again, push the yellow button on the opticizer.
Look, it's too big.
Pheromones are essential for ants to communicate. It's a little like a scent trail, except instead of sniffing with noses like we would, ants pick up pheromones via receptors on their antennae, and those pheromones can convey information like threat or donut. You should have just enough trail pheromone. Time to show you another feature of the drone, the vacuum beam. Drive the drone over to those pheromones. Now you can use the drone to... That's a good spot. Just good. You've got the start of a trail.
Is there another one? Yeah, there's another one.
Almost there. One more spray should do it.
Really?
That's the minor ants gathered up. Now we just need to get the major ants together so we can shrink them all with one good blast of shrinkagen. Let's go back to the insect realm and see what we can find to attract the major ants. Major ants respond to threats to the colony. Other ants can create a burst of alarm pheromones that says there's something scary here, and the majors will come deal with the problem. Major ant mandibles are strong enough to even take on large enemies like anteaters and armadillos, even when they're regular size. The major ants seem awfully interested in this bottle. There was another ant in there. It must be releasing alarm pheromones that are making the major ants react. Unfortunately, even though you freed it from the bottle, it's still stuck in that water drop. Thankfully, ants don't get their oxygen by sucking air into their lungs, so the water doesn't get inside very quickly. At this size, the forces holding the water drop together are stronger than the ant. You may be able to help by manipulating the scale of the water drop around it. That should have had some effect. Let's go to the human realm and see. The forces that make water molecules stick together are strongest at the edge of a water drop. So as soon as the drop is so big there's more middle than edge, the water drop breaks apart. These alarm pheromones indicate that this ant sees us as a huge threat. It's trying to call in reinforcements to protect the colony.
Yeah, so it's bad,
And here
isn't
come
it?
the major ants, ready to eliminate the threat, which in this case is us, so you might want to hurry. We need some more shrinkagen to get all the ants back to normal. Look for other objects that are the wrong size so we can collect more shrinkagen. You may need to revisit the insect realm.
Yeah, should have enough time. Alrighty. Hurry. Plane.
Look at this plane. Passenger seats really are getting smaller and smaller.
There should be one more. Oh.
I'll have to have a word with the energy lab. They clearly aren't storing their nuclear waste properly. There we go. Now we have enough shrinkagen for all these ants. Ready? We have plenty of shrinkagen to take care of all these ants. Just grab that other capsule, put it in your multi-tool, and there. Perfectly regular-sized leaf cutter ants. going home to their perfectly regular-sized colony. I'd say that's a job well done. But let's make a quick trip up to the mountain realm to make sure we got them all.